Hi everyone. Right, I've been asked about the size of lace, or the length of lace that I use for my flowers, like these I did earlier. Now, I'm going to explain something to you about lace. Up until the last couple of years, some of the flowers, many of the flowers that we saw on YouTube, although they were gorgeous, were like a cup. The lace, there wasn't enough lace in them, and so therefore they cup, they pull up. That's what I mean, but I call it cupping. And straight away you can see if a lace has got, if a flower's got enough lace in it, because if it's got enough lace in it, it'll have a fantastic flounce, and it will lay flat. Now, like this, although it's got the curl, the flounce, it's flat. And the way to do it is to make sure that you use the right amount of lace. Now, I mean, I've spent years and years and years and years and years making flowers. And regardless of what anybody else tells you, okay, right, because this is, you're talking to somebody who, or you're listening to somebody who's actually made flowers since I was 3, okay? So whatever anybody else tells you, this is what I'm telling you, how I make mine. And I see my flowers and the style of my flowers everywhere. And if somebody wants to say, big head, carry on, go play, because I'm not interested. I'm telling you as it is, because I'm going to help you make a better flower. And up until a couple of years ago, a lot of people's flowers were not like mine at all. They were puckered, and they were like stuck up, and there was no gather in them at all. Even though they used a gathered lace, they didn't, you know. So it is nice to see, and I'm thrilled to bits to see that gather. Now, if somebody sat there going, well, I've always gathered mine, then that's fine. But I never saw much of it 2 years ago, up to 2 years ago on YouTube. Now we see it like that all the time. So what I do and how I've taught people has influenced many of you. And I also know that by the feedback that we get. So it's not about that. I'm just trying to say to you, people want to know how to get that good look. Shop bought, you know, made by people who make flowers for a living, you know, whatever. The idea is to make sure you've got the correct amount of lace in the first place. So, and there is a difference between a flat lace and a gathered lace. So this is a flat lace, really nice one that will make a gorgeous inside, you know, the inner flower. And I would cut roughly about 10 inches, 10 to 12 inches of that to make a nice flower. So what I'm going to do, I have a ruler here, sort of. I'm just going to cut that, and I'm just going to show you what I mean. Sorry, I did turn my glue gun off for some reason. Don't ask me why, I don't know, because I might need it. But anyway, like I say, this was a flat lace. Perfectly good sized flounce flat flower. See? Like that. If you're going to use a flat lace for the outer flower, then you need to use at least 16 to 18 inches. I'll write this down for you and put it in the description box. Now, that doesn't matter whether that's a crocheted lace or this gorgeous lace. This is one of my favourites to work with, because this actually makes some of the best flowers. Using the amount that I use. It's absolutely gorgeous. It has a scalloped edge, and when that's gathered, it's just beautiful. So we're just going to do that. Now, I've made them so long, I just guess. So I'm just saying that. That'll do, mate. Right, so that's about right. Let's just undo that a little bit. And I do get quite a few people asking me about, and then someone's just asked me this, that the flower in the middle leaves a hole. Well, you have to pull it, use strong thread. It doesn't matter if you use black on anything, because you're not going to see it when you put your base and your top on. Pull it as tight as you can. That's how you get it to stay in the middle. You know, really tight as you can. If your thread's going to break, you're using the wrong thread. You need a very strong thread. And like I say, it doesn't matter if you have to go and get a dark one. So what? Doesn't matter. No one's going to see it. Right, I'm just popping that on a little bit. Sometimes I stitch them, sometimes I don't. To be honest, if you've got a good flounce, it doesn't make any difference anyway. It doesn't look any more professional whether it's stitched or glued, unlike some say. Unfortunately, but they're not flower makers. Let's say that. I think after 40 odd years, yeah, I can say I'm a flower maker and know what I'm talking about. Right, so what we're going to do now, I'm just going to get my little thing here. So there's a really good flounce on that flower. And then you see we've got this one. Now I am going to glue these two bits together. Only because it's quicker. And there's my next little flower to go in there. Make sure we get the two middles together. Like that. I'm going to pop one of these little flowers in. But you see the difference now. That has all sat really pretty together. Let's just see what we can put in there. Oh, we need something a little bit different. A little bling or something. Let's have a look. Here we go. There, that'll do. If I can get that stone out. These are sometimes the oddments from earrings, that's all. That's it. They're not hard to do. Sometimes they can be. Pop. A little bit of glue in there. And then we sit that stone that was in an earring in there. And look, isn't that gorgeous? So that's what you do. If it's flat lace, and depending on the lace, depends on how much you need. Now, if it's, I might as well, let me just do this because I'll forget if I don't do it now. Because I do, I forget things. I'm just going to put the back on. And I do get asked all the time. So if I've got a video out there. Oh, let's have a look at this. There we go. And isn't that beautiful? Gorgeous flower. See? Really nice, pretty flowers because they're done correctly. Now, if you've got gathered lace like this one, and this is, oh, that's the wrong one actually. It's a double, that'd be too wide. That's too wide. Do you know, I thought that was sold out. Oh, I'll have to go put that back on now, won't I? Let me just have a quick look. Yeah, there it is. Here we are, we've got this one. Here we go. This is the gathered lace. Now, with the gathered lace, I'm only going to need, for the main flower, 14 inches, not 18. 18's for the flat one, the main one. 14 inches for a gathered flower. There we go. That's about 14 inches for the main flower. And then what we do is just stitch it exactly the same. So if you're using a gathered lace, about 14 inches. Make sure I've got that. Yes, I've got that the right way. And then all I'm going to do is just to stitch that in between them two lines. So, see the gather in this? So, and it'll lay flat when we do it. Just move all, I usually get it together and give it a good tug. Like that. And then we snip that. I just gently, very carefully run the glue up there. Like I say, whether it's stitched or glued, it doesn't matter. It doesn't make one or the other look any more professional. With a good flounce, you couldn't tell. I wish people would just give out the correct information, because it's, you know, they're trying to outdo somebody and it's not working, to be honest, because they sound silly. So there you go, see? Beautiful flower. And you'll see me do it, and I just do that, and that what it does is evens out this here in the centre. So turn the flower round, and you're just flouncing it out properly. Like that. Okay. And that's a gorgeous flower. Oh, now, we could put that on there. And you know what? I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do that. I love, absolutely love that. Doesn't matter about that there at all. I just loved that when I saw it. I need to get that right. Oh, just simply stunning. And there you go. How's that for a gorgeous, gorgeous flower? Now I'll put the back on it. It doesn't matter how much research people are going to do into what, and you know, anything I say or do. That's absolutely crap, to be honest. Research all you like. I've made them for 40 odd years. I know what I'm talking about. And just because a professional might say this, that means absolutely nothing. Look at all the artists from the past and how people are taught to paint. And yet people have found lots of easier ways to do it. Crazy. You can spray paint and it looks like an oil painting. I spray paint, I can do a picture in 10 minutes that looks like I've spent days on it. Okay? That's how you do it. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll speak to you soon.